It's the biggest drawer in my kitchen. It has the one with the most potential storage space. Like, it has heaven only knows what in it. But morning, welcome back to another video. Just walking downstairs. How you guys doing today? I hope your day's going well. Today we are going to be tackling a project that I've been putting off for a long time. This is officially my first decluttering video. I am excited and terrified. This is not the first time I've done decluttering my home, but it is the first time I've chosen to film it. I'm gonna get the blinds open, trying to get all the light in here so like everything can be seen well. But this is a project I'm going to be tackling today. Now, I am following the #1 rule I have seen other content creators, when they talk about decluttering, say, and that is starting small. Don't try to tackle a whole room at once. Don't try to tackle even a whole closet at once. Just start with one small thing, one drawer, one shelf, whatever it is. So while I am doing that, I decided to start with the one thing that is always in the back of my head whenever I think about cleaning or decluttering. Do you have a place like that in your house? It's like that one thing, it's like, it's easy to close and put away so you don't have to visually see it, but it's still always there in the back of your head creating mental clutter. I'm starting with that one. Just got the girls down for their nap, and Bruce is running in and out aside from playing with the snow. Say hi, buddy. There's Bruce. Hi, buddy. But that's one place. It's right here. It's this, the bottom one. It's this bottom drawer right here. Hi, baby. You having fun outside in the snow? Yeah. You coming in to say hello to everybody? This one drawer, I kid you not, has been a problem for years. And yes, I know, I moved a year ago. How can a drawer still be a problem from, hi, baby. You want to see the camera? Yeah. Oh, your hands are cold. Where are your gloves? You take them off? Oh, okay, they're over there. Okay, so he was wearing them. He just took them off. You need to go clean. Why don't you go clean up your nose, baby? You got a runny nose. All right, I'm going to pause for a quick sec to go take care of that, and we'll be right back. All right, there we go. Got that taken care of. Got him all set up. But yeah, I was talking about that drawer. So how does a drawer not get taken care of when you move? Well, let me tell you, I did the same thing I have always done with this space. I kept putting it off. I was like, I'll get to it. I will go through it. I'll get it packed. Get to it. We get right down to the day we are moving, and that drawer is still sitting completely untouched. And we had some friends over, or some my husband's students. He works with a youth group, and some of the students volunteered to come over and help us out with moving. Always nice to have, those young, strong young people to help move the heavy stuff. Anyway, so one of the girls, she just put together a small box, took the drawer out, dumped the drawer into the box, just didn't even seal it, just did like the 4-corner fold. And when the box got to the new house, she just took the box and dumped it in the new big drawer. So that's how that drawer just did not get gone through when we moved. And I will say, it is the biggest drawer in my kitchen. It has the one with the most potential storage space. And it is the one that is currently being used to house junk. It is our drawer that we call it our junk. We literally call it our junk drawer. Like, it has heaven only knows what in it. But you know that you have those things where you're going to use them or you need them, but you just throw them in, and then eventually you throw them in a place, and then eventually more stuff, just if you don't have a place to put it, or you don't know, even it just ends up getting thrown in there. So I don't even know how much of that stuff is trash, what's broken, what's good, what's not. It's a daunting task, so I have not touched it in years. So today we're going to be diving into that. We're going to be starting. I'll explain my system as I go, but the first step is I'm just going to get a trash bag. It's best to do this with a black trash bag, and that doesn't come from me. That comes from some other content creators. I've been consuming a lot of content around decluttering, and that seems to be a big one, other than start small. Actually, I can attribute that tip to Lynn White. I do watch her channel for some decluttering motivation, and she says always use a black trash bag. That way you can't see it.
Not crying.
That's good. I'm glad she's not crying. Thank you, baby. Yes, your snack is ready. She says to use a black trash bag so that you can't see it. Once it goes in the bag, you can't see through, your kids can't see through, and you don't go in there and pull it back out or like second guess. Now, I do not have a black trash bag, and I'm not going to run out to the store to get a black trash bag. I'm just going to start with what I have. I'm going to use a white trash bag. You know, maybe eventually in this decluttering series I will get some black trash bags, but for right now I'm just going to use what I have. I'm going to go through, it's the first step, I'm just going to go through every item and throw out the trash. So let's get started. This thing's heavy. Not sure what it's in it, but we're about to find out. Let's see if I can fix this so you guys can see a little better. There we go. Just a little bit embarrassing, but you can see why this feels so daunting. Any idea what this stuff is? The first step, I'm not going to let that overwhelm me. We're just going to use our trash bag and we're going to pull out the trash.
Trying to hurt me, my skin's getting thicker each day. I don't know how you fall asleep at night, knowing that your words are hurtful, it's just not right. No, because my eyes are open, your words will keep bouncing away like a ricochet, like a ricochet, like a ricochet.
What this black thing is like trash bag material. It's mixed in with some like half-used plastic utensils and a cord that I have no idea what goes to. Like, this is what happens in spaces when you let them get. Just let them go. We're fixing that today. I'm not going to turn this around because it has like local phone numbers and such on it, but this is a magnet for my first apartment that I ever lived in, like the maintenance phone numbers and all that. Literally, my first apartment. This is over 15 years old. Why do you even have it? Oh man, really simple. Air pump, tire pump. Where I don't really know what it goes to or what it is. It's just a random piece of something. I'm tossing it. I'm not full on to that stuff. Let's see what this is with this. Ask Anthony first. Oh, it's a faucet filtration system. A faucet filtration filter. No, we're done with that. It's like if it's something that he might know, I guarantee you these glue sticks are dried out. These are probably from Nina's elementary school. Yep, completely dried out. Completely dried out.
Really torn it apart.
This is rock hard. It's shoe repairing goop. It is rock hard. That's expired.
Like caused my heart to stop in another life, in another life. Otherwise, I don't know why I keep coming back to this. Keep fighting all of it. Don't trust that there's love again. I don't know why.
Don't work. Like string lights. Don't work. I'm not even gonna bother like seeing if like, no, I don't think there's like a battery. I don't know what kind of power device this is, but I'm not gonna make projects out of clearing this space. I'm just gonna straight away. I am not trying to be wasteful. I am just being decisive and cutthroat. If I think like, I'm very typically a person who will, oh, I'm gonna keep this and fix it. Like if I have a piece of clothing that has a hole in it or something, I'm gonna keep this and fix it. And then I never do, and it just sits there and takes up clutter. So that's the reason I'm just being so cutthroat. I'm just like, nope, if it's gonna take more work to keep it than it does to just chuck it, and evidently it's been in this drawer for ages, I'm not using it, I'm not going to use it, so I just chuck it. Now this, wash fabric. Perfectly fine. I know what I got it for, and I've had it for almost 2 years. Still haven't done the project. Not going to. But I'm not going to throw it out because it's still perfectly good. This is like an example of an item to donate. So when we go back through the items to separate them out into further categories, we will deal with donating. So I will hold on to this to donate.
It keeps feeling like everybody keeps winning, the world keeps on spinning, but without me. But without me, oh, it keeps feeling like I still blind as
I know I have a cheese grater in my junk drawer. This is a kitchen utensil. Granted, not what I've used ever really. If I can really think of. I think I got it for a recipe, used it that one time, and that was it. But I will put that, get it cleaned up, and then donate it.
do with the feet.
From. They're just like dumped out in here, but these are from Libby's first birthday. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up here so you can go see where I used these balloons at and then threw them in here and never did again. But well, probably end up using them. No, because now her favorite color is purple, so I'll just getting some purple balloons for her birthday. So I can save these for Cassandra or whatever else comes in, because there's a lot of pink balloons here. They will get used.
Yeah, I can read the signs. You need to get away. It's time we make a change. Oh, you know you'll always have me.
Half of an old bottle brush. So I know what this is. This was the first bottle brush I ever had with Bruce's bottles. It had the little nibble brush. It's clearly broken because it doesn't have the bottle part to brush on it, but it just got lost in here. Well, it served its value and move on.
Two of us, we don't have to stop. Baby, let's go for a ride.
I swear, random kitchen utensils just got thrown in there. As a vegetable peeler and like all my cookie cutters were in here. Hi, Bruce. I was looking for those to make sugar cookies this Christmas. I couldn't find them anywhere. I assumed they got lost in the move, and yeah, I guess they did. They ended up somehow in my junk drawer. If I choose to use them again, they're gonna need a whole heck of a lot of cleaning, but we'll see. I might just end up tossing them because they've been mixed in with all this crap. But yeah, so much fun.
We will be alright if it's you and I, you and I want you too much.
Oh, here's the end of this orange string I keep fighting with. It is all unwound and mostly just jumbled out in this drawer. And I do remember what this was from. This was from Bruce's race car birthday, his very first birthday. He had a race car birthday, his second birthday. Yes, baby. But this is definitely all worn out and crumpled and scrunched, so we're just gonna move on from it. Any pens I'm finding, most of them I can see, like this one is completely dried out. I'm just checking them. If they've been in this drawer this long, I'm not using them. I don't need to have my space cluttered up with a million pens. I have fought that battle before too.
I'll have your back if you have mine. You and I wanna leave everything behind. If you wanted to, promise you we will be alright.
into is just a bunch of random little junk that I'm just going to actually dump into the trash can straight, because I'm not going to try to finagle all that holding a trash bag open. I'm just going to dump it in the trash can. But it's like little broken things, little pieces of hardware that were once used. We got a few coins here. Pull the money out. I won't throw the money away. I'll pull the little coins out. Ooh. Yeah, for the most part, other than that, it's mostly dried out pens, some old broken keychains, a burst battery. Like, literally, this is horrible. And because of certain other things like the burst battery I found in here, I think I am just going to chuck those cookie cutters and start from scratch. It's not like cookie cutters are the easiest thing in the world to find. So we're going to do that. We're going to give this drawer a good cleaning, scrub it out, and then move on to the next phase of sorting through the stuff, which actually does not include this drawer, because I don't want this level of mess to happen again. I am not going to put the stuff I'm going to keep back in this drawer. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the biggest drawer I have in my kitchen. I'm going to use this space more wisely. So after I clean it out, I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for just yet. I think probably maybe some frying pan storage, because it's deep and I have a lot of frying pans that I guess I do use most of. But we'll get to that when we get to decluttering cookware. For right now, I think that's what I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to use a smaller drawer. My other drawers are so much smaller and so much thinner, and if I do need a space to just store little things that really don't have a home, I want it to be a smaller space so this level of buildup doesn't happen again. So before I do that, I am going to describe my next step. So now I'm going to move on to this pile of stuff that isn't trash, and I'm going to separate it into a couple of different categories. And that is, one, things I'm going to keep. I'm sorry, three different categories. One are things I'm going to keep that have a home, but the thing just isn't in that home. Two, things I'm going to keep that doesn't have a home, and I need to, that's what like this junk drawer space is for, is things that we're going to keep, but really they're kind of odd, like they set out kind of oddly. Like an example would be the balloon pump and balloons. Those are really kind of party decor. I don't really have a place for party decor, because when I have a kid's birthday party, whatever I don't use, like paper plates, paper napkins, we just use through the next few days to use it up and get rid of it, so it doesn't build up a big storage, a big build up in a cupboard. So things like balloons, that's one example, because I do like to save those from party to party, so I'm not buying new ones every time. But that's not something you can practically use in the next few days post the party, like party plates and napkins and so forth. And then the third category would be things that are perfectly fine. They're not broken, they're not trash, but I don't have any more use for them. And those will be the things I'm going to donate. And an example of that would have been the fabric I got for our project. Yes, baby. You blowing up the balloon, love. Playing with the balloon. So much fun. Amazing how much yeah. It's amazing how much fun little kids can have with just a balloon. It's awesome. It's great. That's another purpose for balloons. Where was I? So yes, things that are perfectly fine, but I no longer have any use for, my family does it. So you get that fabric. And another good example would be, we have a zillion and one beer koozies. I'm not going to get rid of all of them. I'm going to keep a couple. We don't need all of these. These come from, story time, these come from when Anthony and I were both restaurant managers. We were restaurant managers when we met. We worked in full-time busy restaurants, had bars, and suppliers will often give you things like this, especially around holidays like Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July, things like that. They will just give you bags of just advertising paraphernalia to give to your staff or to give to your regulars or you keep. So we have so many beer koozies from promotions when we were restaurant managers, but it has been so long since that was part of our lives. And we don't use beer koozies like that. We really don't. They are nice to have, and I think probably one of the reasons we haven't been using them, because actually I do remember using them back in the early part of our marriage when we'd just be sitting there having a beer after dinner, or another cocktail or whatever, and we haven't, because they've been buried in this drawer and we forgot where they were and all that. So I will go through and pick out a few select ones to keep, and then we'll just donate the rest. So that's the next step. Let's get to cleaning this drawer out, and then we will put this drawer back in where it goes and find a new drawer for our much smaller collection of stuff and rehold the things that need to be upstairs. Let's get to it.
Don't let go. Nothing's hard, everything is easy with you around.
So, this is, I know it looks like a lot, but it's actually a lot less. That trash bag is, it's a 13-gallon trash bag, and it is more than half full of stuff that was in that drawer. So, definitely glad I got through that. But now, I'm not going to stop with that. I'm going to celebrate that victory, but I'm not going to stop with that and leave this mess all over my kitchen floor. Let's sort this out into those 3 different categories I talked a minute ago and go on from there.
I ain't afraid of the dark. 'Cause once you let the light.
Alright, so this is another example. So I get a little closer so you see what I'm doing. This is one of those little wine bottle openers. It's perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the reason it's been buried at the bottom of my drawer is basically I have no use for it. So I'm going to put it in the donate pile. Anthony had gotten me kind of like an automatic wine opener thing and a preserver. You could preserve, after you open the wine bottle, you could like suck the air back out and preserve it. He got me a whole kit for that, so I haven't needed anything like this since that. So we're going to put that in the donate pile.
Will teach you what you need to know. And
Alright, so here we go with our beer koozies. We have these little things. This is from Cinco de Mayo, a little Corona pouch. Some of these, I know, like just looking at them, I'm never going to use them. We never used them when we were using them. I will keep this one. This is a Coors Light one. It does go a little bit higher on a beer bottle than other ones do, so for the reason that it goes a little higher on a beer bottle. But also, Coors Light is his mom's favorite beer, so I know this has sentimental value to it. But some of these, like literally, yeah, these are just advertisements for brewers we worked with. This Yinling was one of Anthony's favorite beers, so I'm going to ask him before I check this one out. It also is really nice. It looks really good. It's really good quality. So before I donate that, I'm going to ask him about that. And this, I will keep this one too. It is sentimental. It is from Anthony's 30th birthday party. Cheers to 30. I threw him a big bash. It was over 30 people in a restaurant, like for his 30th birthday party. It was great. So we will keep that one for sentimental reasons. And the rest of these, absolutely no use for. Like, there is no point. 3 is more than enough. In fact, I normally only keep 2, but because those all have special value, I'm going to donate the rest of these. Here's another good example of something that is perfectly fine, but I no longer have any use for. I think I got this for it's a balloon kit. It's like a little baby, something's like a baby shower balloon kit. I don't remember if I got it for Libby or Cassandra, but it's from Spritz, it's from Target. It's completely unopened, and I don't even actually remember the exact reason I got it, but I did. I never used it, so perfectly fine. I'm just gonna donate it.
need to know. And like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go.
piles ended up a little dispersed around the kitchen, so I'm just going to bring you guys down here with me. So here we have, this is our donate pile. Now this, actually probably going to just throw these away because of the same reason of the cookie cutters. There was like burst batteries and stuff in there, but we actually no longer have a grill. These are perfectly good grill utensils. We just don't have one anymore. We haven't since we moved, and there's no, so I was going to donate them, but I'm like, nah, I should probably, like I did with the cookie cutters, just throw them out. And this is our pile of stuff that's perfectly fine, but we no longer have any use for that I'm going to donate. And over here, this is the small pile here. This is stuff that actually belongs in that drawer. Things like the balloons, the little air pump, extension cords. I thought about putting these like with the other hardware, but honestly, duct tape is something that we've always kept in that kitchen drawer, and I feel like it would be more disruptive to our household to try to give it a new home now. This is more of a sentimental piece. This will go up in our pet cabinet. Same with this. This is one of Gilligan's old collars. I know some people might think it's really weird or gross to keep that. It is clean, I promise, other than being in the junk drawer. But I mean, like, I didn't just like take it off the dog and put it in the junk drawer. It was cleaned at that point. And then an old rabies tag. I know this isn't like an ID tag, but I'm not quite ready to get rid of it yet. And you know what? That's part of decluttering. If you have those things where you know you have no use for them, but you're not quite ready, that is what something, let me turn this around so I can talk to you guys. Another tip I've heard, actually this one came from Dawn the Minimal Mom. If you don't know her channel, she's another really good one for decluttering advice, but a memory box, or no, save for later box, that's what she called it, where you have a box where you have things you're just not quite sure of, like you're not sure if they're gonna go, you're not sure, you know, if you want to throw them out, donate them, whatever, and you just need time to sit on it. Put them in a place that is made for that time to sit on. So I am gonna go find a box. I'll put the collar in with the pet stuff, but that'll be one of those little things. I know it's silly, but it's just one of those little things. We loved our dog. We loved him very much and miss him so badly. And yes, it's been years. He died in 2018, long before I ever started my channel. But it's just, you know, they're family members. They live in your heart, and I'm just not quite ready to let go. All right, and then moving on to our last pile. Here are things we are keeping. That have homes. We're just going to get them back to the homes. Actually, this is probably just going to end up staying in this pile with that kitchen drawer. That's the reason. Now these, we have a space in our kitchen for clips. These are so doggy poop bags, but they do go back to my dog walking days when I was just doing dog walking full time before Bruce and Libby. So yeah, I know they're a little old, but they are still perfectly fine. I opened up one just to see. It still smells like the Arm & Hammer scent, so it's great. But don't have a dog for that, but they are also great if you're a mom hack, and they're also way cheaper than the ones that are branded for this. Yes, thank you, Bruce. They're great for dirty diapers on the go, and they are so much cheaper than actually buying the bags that are branded for dirty diapers. These are like half the price, and they work just as well. So, mom hack. I'll put those in the diaper bag. And then we have just like some random hardware and bungee cords. Those are things I put more like it's not my place to declutter them. That's more of Anthony's territory. He does keep a small stash of spare hardware for when things around the house break down. So I will put that in that space. I normally do not keep instruction books, but this was one of Bruce's Christmas presents, and it literally has a bajillion pieces to it. I mean, it's like an engine workshop toy. So anyway, I keep this just in case, like, I need to reference it for anything. I probably won't keep it past the next, like, 3-4 months. If I go through the stuff again, I will probably end up getting rid of it then. Just not ready to get rid of it now. And most of the stuff's other hardware. We get rubber bands, Gorilla Glue that's completely unopened. I actually don't know if that's any good, but we'll see. And then more hardware, just playthings, work gloves, things that are more of Anthony's territory that I just need to put back in his space so he can take care of that. And yeah, and some random cords. Don't know what they go to. Once again, I'm going to double check with Anthony, make sure he doesn't know what they go to before I check them out. I'm not about keeping extra cords for the sake of keeping extra cords, but I also don't want to throw out something that he knows what it goes to and needs it, and I don't. That's happened before, so we're just not going to do that. Anyway, so that summarizes my cleaning of this. cleaning up of the space. And yeah, so I hope this gave you guys some good motivation to tackle something in your house. I know once I finish putting this stuff away, like putting it back where it goes, and I'm not going to put that on film, I'm just going to do that real quick, finish up this project. I feel so much better already just having that tackled. Now, I do have to pick out which drawer I'm going to put this now much, much smaller pile of stuff in. Probably, honestly, going to be this one right here. You guys are probably looking at that spot where the silverware drawer goes and going, all that spare hardware and you still haven't got that drawer fixed. Yeah, so that drawer is a long story. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have tried to fix it a couple times. It takes some very specific screws that we actually don't have. Well, the reason I'm going to let him go through that hardware to see if any of those are. And we just need to get to the store and get the right screws so we can get that fixed. So just addressing that white elephant. But honestly, probably it's going to be this drawer. This drawer only has a couple things in it. Oh my goodness, ignore my kitchen sink. I know I haven't run the dishes yet since the lunch today. And what was I talking about? Yeah, it only has like a couple kitchen towels in it, nothing much. I can easily combine those with the kitchen towels I have in this drawer and just use that drawer. And it's so much smaller, it's so much thinner, and hopefully the junk will not build up the same way it did before. So, yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed it and got some good motivation, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you guys always. Bye.